and it is my rendition of Italy and Tuscany, and it includes most of my own artwork, and some of it are prints of mine, and then some of it are pictures from some publications, but most of them are either acrylic or watercolors of mine. And if I didn't paint the picture on the front here, I certainly painted the background there with just a wash of watercolors. So that's how that one looks. And then if I open it, the next page is like that, and there's one of my watercolors. I must say it's not the best, but anyway, it's a gondola. And then I made a little collage of Italian items here, just some, some wallpapers, a stamp, and a portrait there. On this page, these are actually, this is on fabric, so this is a copy, and then this is torn from a calendar, so the style matches pretty good. Now when we get to this area, this is where you get into more of my own paintings, and this one is Tuscany, just some scenes of Tuscany. I was experimenting with different types of paper. This one has a sort of a checkerboard effect to it, so it paints differently. And then this side, where I did a collage, I used old stamps, and on this side I painted on some muslin, so it's a Tuscan home on muslin, and then those are some old stamps. By the way, I have a huge box of vintage stamps, and I'm going to be putting some on my in my shop, I should say, for sale, because I possibly could not use that many stamps in a lifetime. But the old ones had such a lovely vintage look to them. Okay, here's another picture here of the gondola, and then this is just I went to some music. It was local sort of, I don't know, tarantella in the south of Italy. So I went to some, and this is off the brochure, so I went to several of those sort of performances when I was there. And when we get to this, here's a painting I did of, I'm always intrigued by the clothes hanging outside the windows, sometimes 4 and 5 stories up. And this is one I did of Naples when I was there. It's great fodder for painting clothes hanging out windows. On this side, here there's another collage with my paintings, some script, a stamp, and some painting from an old, I think that was an old calendar. And there's the Amalfi Coast there. And this was off a menu. It's hard to see, but it is Venice. Here's a painting I did of a pizza place where you could sit outside, just room for 2 to sit and have some pizza. And here's a picture I painted of a vineyard. This is more in Tuscany because of the colors. And here's some more Italian watercolors, just random. And this obviously is the Amalfi Coast, and these are some of the houses that climb up the hills there. This side is some more watercolors of mine. More of my watercolors, showing the pictures of paintings, I should say, the hues and the colors that you might use. Here's some more watercolors and other collages. I just let the water drip on that and made cypress trees. And here again is some Venice. Watercolors, and then there's a I think a very Italian looking lady. And some more collage, and that's the end of that, and that's that. So I was going to show you too. Often when I'm stuck for some sort of ideas of how to put things together, I'll go to this book, which I don't know whether you have it or seen it. It's called Nomad. It's put out by an Australian, and she also designs for anthropology. But I love the way she puts things together, just simple things. For example, this gave me ideas. This is masking tape, just layers of masking tape. And she's painted a background blue, and then after the layers of masking tape were put on every which way, she stamped on Italy, and I just love that idea. And this measures about 3.5 by 3. And there are a lot of pages there, as you can see. It's chock full. So you'll find that in my Etsy shop. Anyway, I was just going to see if there was anything else that struck me as being interesting. I like this kind of paper. I don't know what it's called, but it's somewhat sheer. You can see through it, but I like the way it has all different fonts, just some words, Italian words and winds and something to do with the landscapes sort of stamped on there. But it certainly gives me an idea for, making something. Also on right down here, can you see that? Oops. There. She has a glitter halo, and I've used that idea too when I've made angel cards. I've drawn a circle like that with gold glitter, and that's a halo. So that was another idea I got from there. Anyway, I think my camera's about to go out, so I will close this, and hope you enjoyed seeing one of my latest things, and it's going to be in my shop, and you'll find it there probably in the next couple of days. Hope you're all doing well, and thank you again for coming by. This is Lila. Bye-bye.